So last time I raced at Spa in the Formula 4, this is what happened. He's slow in a straight line. I think he's got some kind of wing damage or something.
Push, push, push. We can get this position.
I want to be ahead of him before the chicane.
Car left. Still there.
Whoa.
Clear left.
Dude!
Clear left. That looks painful.
Yeah, as you can see, I was upside down 2 laps from the end of the race, and it killed me. I finished in P17, so I decided to come back to try and redeem myself. Hello everyone, welcome to a 20-minute race in the iRacing Formula 4 series. We're back at Spa. I qualified in P5 with one of my fastest laps on this track. We're car number 24, meaning we're the lowest rated driver on the grid.
P5, concentrate, be ready.
And off we go.
20 minutes remaining.
Off the bat, I got a not so great start. I had the inside line here and I got punted here one too many times, so I took it nice and easy. My goal is always nice and easy in the first lap. I'm already coming under pressure behind from Shin.
Car left.
We go side by side. I just decided
Still there.
it's not a really good idea to push side by side here at Eau Rouge, so I'm gonna take my foot off the gas to let him through. But this obviously invites everyone to just have a go. So we've got Monte having a go, Johnstone having a go, both of them overtake me.
Okay, start
But that's
line,
okay
20
because
minutes
it's just
work.
only the first lap
On your left.
and we're gonna take it nice and easy.
Still there.
Nice and easy.
Clear left.
By the way, what happened in this race, everyone? It really surprised me. I spent the... just stick around and see what happens. Monte spins away here, collects a bunch of people behind, which means that now I am 1.5 seconds behind Shin and 1.5 seconds ahead of Tayuti, which puts me kind of in a pocket of space in the first lap, which is not that common here. So that's good for me, and my only focus at this point is just try to catch up with Shin. By the way, I'm gonna put the video of my first race here at Spa somewhere at the top. Somewhere over there. Yeah, so if you're interested, check it out. And if you like this kind of content, everyone, drop me a like, consider subscribing. Oh, and also I would love to get your feedback on my racing, on the race, on whatever in the comments. I would really like to hear from you guys. As the first lap is coming to an end, we have Shin and Hall coming together at the bus stop chicane. That's Shin on my left. He is serving a slowdown penalty because you rejoined, basically cutting the entire chicane. Lap 2. We fast forwarded towards the end of the first lap, of the second lap, and now the man in front of him, his name is Christian Markakis. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because from this point onwards, we are going to be in a battle for the entirety of the rest of the race.
Hold your line.
At the bus stop
Right side's
chicane,
clear.
I make a move, I take the inside line,
Good move, mate.
made the move stick. Wonderful. He did have a better exit though, so he's gonna end up retaliating immediately here at the beginning of the third
Hold your
lap.
line.
I take the inside line, I give him quite a lot of space, I just wasn't sure how far to the left he was. I only have one monitor, so I can't really see. As a result, he does get a better exit out of La Source, and it looks like we're gonna be side by side here on Eau Rouge.
Clear right. Keep doing what you're doing. This is spot on. 15 minutes left.
Yeah, I mean, I
15.
managed to just kind of hold my line, but I don't really like being side by side there. I feel like when two cars are going fast there, it's just a bit too dangerous, especially because the person that's gonna be on the inside already on, you kind of have to swing over to the right, and contact there is deadly. So yeah, same lap again later on at the bus stop. This time the roles are inverted. I'm on the inside and he's the one trying to make the move. I try to hold them back, but I don't have a great exit once again, because I almost lost the car because of the tight turning there. And this time we're switched around. This is gonna be on the inside at the source, and I try to cut back in, but I'm carrying a bit too much speed. Still, I get a good exit, and once again we're gonna be negotiating here at Eau Rouge. Let's see what happens. I mean, we're side by side. I just kind of like pull back this time around. I come back in and I almost swing into Tayuti, who was coming up the top of the hill. We didn't really make any contact or anything, but I still apologize, as you can see, because I did come in a bit hot to the right, and that's me losing 2 positions. So I told myself, let's recollect and reset, and try to take a new approach here, out on this kink on the right. I actually managed to get a better run through than Markakis. At this point, Tayuti's overtaken both of us. Props to him. Markakis and I are side to side, but I have to yield here. He just has the better line, more momentum. Once again, better to just reset, take a step back. So as you can see from the get-go, this race just started getting really exciting.
It looks like Shin.
Shin behind us went off at Puhan. That's already the second incident for Shin in this race. So he's at a tough one. But I grab an incident point there. I'm slightly too wide. At this point, Nagi, he's 0.2 seconds behind, and he's also just kind of getting invited in. And the thing is, when you're stuck in these battles down these long straights, if you've got someone behind you, they're gonna draft you. I'm drafting Markakis at the same time, so... And he's drafting Tayuti, so it's gonna be kind of an interesting thing at the bus stop chicane here, because people are gonna be making moves, and this is me going way too deep, but somehow I think Markakis played it conservative to try and avoid a collision, but I had a terrible exit, so I'm slower than Markakis and Nagi, and I'm 3 wide. And I say, look, it's better to just take it nice and easy. I mean, Nagi takes a wide line to try and stay out of trouble, but I just yielded my speed and set back behind Markakis again to avoid any collisions there at La Source. But as we approach Eau Rouge, I decide to feather my throttle a little bit and sit him behind so that I can make a move, but right in that moment Nagi makes a move on me, because actually my exit was compromised on turn 1, so he had the speed to catch up, and this kind of boxes me behind Markakis, and I can't make my move anymore because I have Nagi on my left. So very clever, kind of pulls what Tayuti did in the previous lap. He just overtook both of us. So I believe at this moment I'm in P6, and yeah, I mean, it's a challenging one because, you know, I kind of negotiated safety for losing positions there. Same lap, once again at the bus stop chicane. As you know, this is gonna become a theme. Every single lap I try to switch here. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work. I'm gonna be stuck behind Markakis, but again, I'm carrying just slightly more speed, so I decide to open up all the way on the left. I'm gonna see if I can play a switch here, but I can't because we were side by side throughout most of the corner, but that's okay. Failing to pass or to get ahead there means that I'm gonna have an opportunity now. But you know how it is at Eau Rouge. I try to stick it, but it becomes so close and I just decide to pull back a little bit. Yeah, it was tough. I mean, I tried this. This is already the third time that I tried this, but it just didn't feel right, you know? It just didn't really... It didn't feel safe to just keep my foot down on the gas there. Bus stop chicane again. Lap 6. Same lap. This time, the switcheroo works.
Clear left.
Switching left,
Car right.
to right, to left again, and
Still there.
we're side by side. I've got the outside line
Still
here,
there.
and I want to keep it tighter than
He's still
before.
there.
I want to try and make the switch once
Clear
again
right.
as we
That
come
lap time
in,
was 2:22.
and this time I
0.
manage. So I'm in a perfect position right now. And this time I don't even want to come close to being side by side at Eau Rouge. I think about it, as you can see, but I start feathering my throttle again. I just pull it back a little bit. I just sit it behind, and as soon as we come out of the top of the hill, I've got my foot down. And now, I want to make the move, and I want to get that move done. I want to be side by side no later than a car length before the beginning of La Source.
Still
And
there.
I pretty much
Right
manage.
side's
I
clear.
tuck
5
in,
minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
sticking to my line, but I have way more momentum and I make the move stick. And after 7 laps of trying that, I was very satisfied that I managed to make it happen. In the meantime, up front, Tayuti and Nagi, they're racing so close to each other. They're basically bumper to bumper, and I'm just trying to catch up with them as much as possible, and I'm trying to like get as much space to Markakis behind as I can. And there you have it. They make contact. Nagi, he's out on
There's
the
an incident in
gravel,
It looks like
and just happy that they didn't collect anyone else. But I mean, that was just a racing incident, and at this point that slowed Tayuti down a bunch. So I'm thinking, you know what, this is my window of opportunity and I have to make a move. I was reminiscing from my previous race at Spa when right here I ended up in a huge collision which put me upside down, but I decided to be brave. I decided to try and push through, and as we approach the bus stop chicane, I tried to make a move. I take the outside line, I try to go for a switch, he keeps it on the inside, I switch here again, but unfortunately my left wheel touches the curb and I just don't really manage to come out with enough speed to be able to take him. So now we're entering the final lap.
2:22. Wait for.
I'm in P5. I've got Tayuti ahead of me. I've got Markakis behind me. And now, by now, you know what the best practice is here, and I'm planning to do exactly the same. I'm gonna feather the throttle, checking my rear view mirror to see if Markakis is gaining because I'm feathering the throttle. He's not. I open up to the left, and I'm going for it. It's gonna be the same thing as before. At least that's what I want to try to do. Markakis, in the meantime, is gaining on both of us behind. He's 0.3 behind, so he for sure is gonna get involved as well.
He's still there. Clear right.
I don't manage to make the move stick. I immediately move back on the inside because I want to close the door to Markakis. Tucking in behind Tayuti again, and I know that I've just got that tiny little bit more pace than he does, so I try to stay as close as possible. He locks up here, so I know that my pressure is doing something, and I just get a much better exit here. Much better exit.
Hold your line.
Pujon is coming up. It's gonna be hot, but I gotta be brave. I gotta go for it. I just gotta go for it. And I pass him, but behind Markakis, he tries to come in as well. He actually almost has contact with the Tayuti. I'm just trying to stay as clean as possible, and I need to close every door now. I also need to keep my exits as quick as possible, because if I don't, he's just gonna draft me here on the straight to the bus stop chicane. I don't want to be side by side at Blanchimont again. I do not want to end up upside down again. That's very much in the back of my mind. But he has the draft on me. There's nobody ahead of me, and he's only 0.1 seconds behind. And I take the inside line here. I force him to go wide out on the outside. It's gonna be hard for him to pass him there because he's gonna need a lot of momentum. I force him to take the outside here. I want the inside line because I just want to try and close the door. We're side by side through the bus-up chicane, and at this point he's even like his nose is ahead, but I just managed to get a better exit, and just like that,
Looks like P1 has gone off in Las Orbs.
I managed to
Great
claim
drive. That's
a podium position. P3 after an unrelenting, non-stop battle between myself, Karkakis, and Tayuti as well at the end. What a race. What, honestly, one of the longest battles I've ever had in iRacing. One of the biggest comebacks I've ever had in iRacing. 23.4 average lap time. It was really consistent. I got 106 championship points. I was the lowest rated car on the grid. Probably my best race in iRacing. I enjoyed this one so much, and if you enjoyed this one too, consider subscribing, guys. I just started this channel. I would appreciate any and all support. If you enjoyed, leave a like, drop a comment. If you were in this race as well, please drop a comment. Let me know how you experienced it, and thank you so much for tuning in.